with Scott just a couple of laps ago.
Down into turn one. Coming out of turn one.
Got high. Whoa.
He locked him up, but he did not stall it. Look at that.
But it's amazing. See how far he went, completely through turn two, spinning, didn't hit anything.
His onboard camera. Here he is on the main stretch, makes that turn down into turn one.
And that's Vasser right in front of him there, the white car. There's Vasser losing it. Oh, boy, was that a good move by Pruett, because instinctively another lesser driver might have tried to go around the outside of Vasser. Pruett went down under him instead, and it worked out.
And it wasn't just... And Eddie Cheever's onboard camera view, looking backwards as Mario touched him coming to the inside.
Boy, that was close. It's wonder wasn't worse than that, but Paul, those tire barriers are just like running into a balloon. That really saved Mario a lot of problems.
He has damaged Cheever's car, so that's going to be at least 2 minutes.
Came through it. This is the onboard camera view, Bobby.
Did you notice that the cars are getting in the air, too? There you coming in. He just got loose. He didn't. There was no reason. Nobody was close to him. It's slippery down there. Probably somebody's losing a little bit of oil, a little bit of water, Paul.
Isn't it fantastic that when you...
Again, heading for that sharp right-hander at the end of Seaside. Now he's on the brakes. Danny Sullivan is coming to the inside. Little Al turns into the corner, and they touch. And the race is effectively over.
And we're looking back now from the pace car. Look at the right there, Roberto. Wow. He appears to have just turned suddenly, doesn't he, Paul? I think car owners felt that he...
Fox, this is the view of this situation from Rick Mears' onboard camera.
Mears had up ahead of steam. Whoa, Mears is going to be out of it too.
So Mears, it looks like, got involved with the Crawford car.
Yep.
What a good... Waiting for the green to come out. The field strung out through the third turn now. The short chute is ahead.
But you just don't want to know. You just don't want to look. Oh.
Back end just came loose.
Oh.
Boy, that gives you an idea how hard they hit here. Back end just came loose, just like you just said, Paul. There was, I don't think anybody else in the
barrier. Here's how the car got there. Scott Pruett on a long, fast straight. Already in trouble.
Boy, it shows how good those runoff places are, but something...
And part of the series of reasons as to why we are, this is Michael.
Hitting Little Al and continuing on.
As he closed on the back of Little Al, ricocheted off the wall.
Over his head here, correcting to every slide. Look at this. He hits the curb.
Up over the curb right there. Completely up on top of the curb, Sam.
There it is.
Back in, got around. He got it stopped.
The chicane. This is fourth gear. Now this is the double apex right-hander. Watch what happens here. Loses it under braking for the second part of the double apex right-hander. Didn't seem to be anybody else involved. Gets on the brakes.
Now here was that last lap. Michael Andretti rolling for the checkered flag. That's Boesel. Look how close. Boy, not perhaps close for Michael's terms, but I don't want any spinning car running that close. Michael slowed down wisely. The yellow was already out, and Michael took the win. And Michael looking for room. Now they're on Lakeshore Boulevard. Long run. And then suddenly they have to break down for a right-hand turn. Watch the placement of Rahal's car.
Watch Michael Andretti's. Watch, here's Rahal's wing. Look how close he came under the back of Michael's tire.
Level point of view. Now this is Michael as he came out. Here comes Rahal. Michael goes down, grabs a gear. I don't think he really expected Rahal to come out there. I think he thought Rahal would see him because that was an evasive. Right now with Scott Brayton just seconds before his moment.
We'll know what happened.
Now you could almost hear that right rear tire blow as he went in there. He ran over something and just exploded the tire by running over something.
So the first really serious. As they came up to the pits, Michael Andretti and Bobby Rahal.
Hear him, scare him time here. Rahal is trying to do it as absolutely fast as possible. That's Michael ahead of him. Now look, Michael missed his pit, and he stops in Rahal's, right in front of Rahal's pit. Then he realizes what he's done. Look, stops right here. There's Rahal's, guys. Look at the frustration on their face. Look at this, look at this. Come on, Mike.
Smith, onboard camera view, same situation.
There's the wheels interlocked. Look at this now. Look, straight into the tire wall. There's a good example. She doesn't exactly know what happened.
Here it is once again. This is the pursuit by Johansson.
Now,
looking
Johansson,
through Rahal's suspension.
he's coming down the inside. Now he can't get out. There's the smoke from Johansson. There he hits Rahal straight into the guardrail.
Now, Machus is to the right. Here is Brayton's situation.
Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Boom. He's glad that wasn't a concrete wall. Shame, really, for Scott Brayton.
This is turn 1, 115 miles an hour at the apex. But watch the curve on the right-hand side. Right there, mounts the curve, loses control, and plows into that outside guardrail.
That's why the record truck has to go out.
Well, he got on the brakes. There's the start of it.
Oh, in regular speed, you can just see how violent even that small impact can.
Already know from the race at Vancouver what a powerful, what a strong car that Galmer chassis can be. If they can get it restarted, then in theory he in fact could move on. Johnny Rutherford in the pace car holding the cars back as they come onto the front stretch, and now they're ready to go into the pits, and Michael Andretti.
And that replay definitely shows you. We're into lap traffic already. Michael thinks he got.
And Laurie Garish, both guys who know really how to cycle these stops. And look at Michael, he's saying, Fittipaldi, get back there, you don't belong in front of me. Michael's not happy with that one, and Michael gets the position.
Michael knows
Well,
how
maybe
to
not,
use...
there's still a nose there.
Yeah, Michael knows how to use his in-car camera. He knows there's a lot of people watching that in-car camera, and he has a beef with Emerson.
Let's take a look at this view from Unser Jr.'s on board.
This is the start of the race. So you can see a traffic jam. Look what happens here. A stone flies up from one of the, it looks like Mario's caution just a moment ago, and this is what happened to him. You heard him accelerate, and then when he got on the brakes, he locked up the rear brake. And